Welcome to Let Islam Talk channel. Before we dive into the topic, do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Marriage in Islam. A detailed explanation. Marriage, Nikah, in Islam is not just a social contract, it is a sacred bond, a form of worship, and a part of the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. It is highly encouraged and holds a central place in Islamic teachings. Spiritual and religious significance. Quranic basis. Marriage is described in the Quran as a means of tranquility, love, and mercy. And among his signs is this, that he created for you spouses from among yourselves, so that you may find tranquility in them, and he has placed between you affection and mercy. Surah Ar-Rum, 30:21. Marriage is seen as a completion of half of one's faith. When a person marries, they have completed half of their religion. Let them fear Allah in the remaining half. Hadith, by Haki. Definition of Nikah. Nikah in Islam is a legal and spiritual contract between a man and a woman. It involves mutual consent, specific conditions, and is meant to preserve chastity, promote family life, build a foundation for a stable society, provide spiritual and emotional companionship. 3. Requirements of a valid nikah. For a marriage to be Islamically valid, the following conditions must be met. Requirement description 1. Consent of both parties. The bride and groom must agree willingly without coercion. 2. Mahr, dowry. A mandatory gift from the groom to the bride, can be money, gold, or anything of value. 3. Wali, guardian. A guardian is required for the bride, especially for young or never married women. 4. Witnesses. At least 2 adult Muslim witnesses must be present. 5. Public declaration. The marriage should be announced, not kept secret. 4. Purpose of marriage in Islam. Islam encourages marriage for several key purposes: spiritual companionship, chastity and modesty, emotional and physical fulfillment, raising righteous children, establishing a family unit as the foundation of society. 5. Rights and responsibilities in marriage. Husband's responsibilities: provide financial support, nafkah, treat wife with kindness, respect, and fairness, protect and lead the household in an Islamic way, fulfill emotional and physical needs. Wife's responsibilities: maintain fidelity and trust, support the husband in maintaining the home, raise children in an Islamic environment, fulfill emotional and physical needs. Note, both spouses have rights and responsibilities, and Islam promotes mutual consultation, shura, and teamwork in managing family life. Sunnah practices in marriage: performing Istikhara before choosing a spouse, keep the nikah simple and free from extravagance. Walima, the marriage feast after the nikah, treating the spouse as a partner in deen. 7. What Islam discourages in marriage. Islam is very clear about what is not allowed or discouraged in marriage. Prohibited. Examples: forced marriage. Consent is mandatory. Dowry demands. Groom cannot demand wealth or gifts from the bride. Extravagance. Lavish weddings go against the Sunnah. Secrecy. Hidden marriages are discouraged. Cultural practices must not override Islamic rules. 8. Choosing a spouse in Islam. The Prophet advised, a woman is married for 4 things: her wealth, her lineage, her beauty, and her religion. Choose the one who is religious. May your hands be rubbed with dust, may you prosper. Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. This applies to both men and women. Deen, religion, and character should be the top priority. 10. Divorce in Islam. While marriage is highly recommended, Islam recognizes that not all marriages succeed. Divorce, talaq, is allowed but disliked. Of all the lawful acts, divorce is the most hated by Allah. Hadith, Abu Dawud. There is a process, including attempts at reconciliation, arbitration, and waiting periods, iddah. Summary of marriage in Islam. Aspect summary. Purpose: to create love, mercy, and a spiritual bond. Type: religious plus legal contract, based on mutual consent, love, responsibility, rights, balance between husband and wife. Goal: peace, fulfillment, and building a righteous family. Final thoughts. Islam views marriage as a source of peace and emotional stability, a means to grow spiritually and fulfill religious duties, a partnership where both spouses work toward Jannah, paradise. They are garments for you and you are garments for them. Surah Al-Baqarah, 2:187. ChatGPT said, certainly, let's dive deeper into the Quranic verses and Hadiths about marriage in Islam. These sources lay down the foundation for how marriage is understood, practiced, and respected in Islam. Marriage in Islam. According to the Quran and Hadiths. Marriage in the Quran provides the spiritual, moral, and legal framework for marriage, emphasizing mutual respect, love, kindness, and the sanctity of the marital bond. 1. The purpose of marriage in Islam. The primary purpose of marriage as laid out in the Quran is the establishment of tranquility, love and mercy between spouses. Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. And among his signs is that he created for you from among yourselves mates that you may find rest in them, and he has put between you affection and mercy. Indeed, in that are signs for a people who give thought. This verse emphasizes that marriage is meant to bring peace and emotional fulfillment with love and mercy as essential elements between the spouses. 2. Marriage as a sacred bond. Marriage in Islam is not just a social contract but a sacred covenant. It is a union between a man and a woman with rights, duties and responsibilities, and is likened to a garment that covers and protects one another. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:187. They are clothing for you and you are clothing for them. This powerful metaphor emphasizes the protective, intimate and reciprocal nature of marriage. Just as clothing shields and protects the body, a spouse shields and supports the other. 3. Mutual respect and rights. The Quran lays out the rights and responsibilities of both partners. It insists on justice, kindness and fairness in fulfilling these roles. Surah An-Nisa 4:19. O you who have believed, it is not lawful for you to inherit women by compulsion, and do not make difficulties for them in order to take back part of what you gave them. This verse emphasizes the importance of respecting women's rights in marriage and treating them with justice and kindness. Surah An-Nisa 4:1. O mankind, fear your Lord, who created you from one soul and created from it its mate and dispersed from both of them many men and women. This verse reminds both men and women that they were created from the same soul and thus have equal dignity and rights before Allah. 4. The concept of mahr, dowry. The mahr is a mandatory gift given by the groom to the bride. It symbolizes respect for her and her dignity. Surah An-Nisa 4:4. And give the women whom you marry their due compensation as an obligation. But if they give up willingly to you anything of it, then take it in satisfaction and ease. Mahr is considered a gift and a sign of the groom's commitment to the marriage. It is meant to ensure that the woman is respected, and it is her personal property. Marriage in Islam. According to the Hadiths. Hadiths provide further clarification on the practical and moral aspects of marriage. These narrations come from the sayings, actions and approvals of the Prophet Muhammad. 1. The importance of marriage. Marriage is highly encouraged in Islam. It is considered a sunnah, a practice of the Prophet, and for those who are capable, it is considered a duty. Sahih Muslim, Hadith 1400. There is no institution in Islam more beloved to Allah than marriage. This hadith underscores the importance and honor of marriage in Islam. Sahih al-Bukhari. Marry those who are loving and fertile, for I boast of your great numbers before the other nations on the day of judgment. The Prophet encourages Muslims to marry people who are loving and who will help them have children, as this will be a source of pride for the Prophet on the day of judgment. 2. Choosing a spouse in Islam. The Prophet advised that when choosing a spouse, both religion and character should be prioritized. Sahih al-Bukhari. A woman is married for 4 things: her wealth, her lineage, her beauty, and her religion. Choose the one who is religious, may your hands be rubbed with dust, may you prosper. This hadith highlights the importance of prioritizing faith and piety over superficial traits. Sunan Abu Dawud. The best of women are those who please you when you look at them, obey you when you command them, and protect you when you are absent. This is a beautiful description of the qualities of an ideal wife. The focus is on pleasing the husband through love, respect, and loyalty. 3. Rights and responsibilities of spouses. The Prophet emphasized that both husbands and wives have rights and duties toward each other. Sahih al-Bukhari. The best of you are those who are the best to their women. The Prophet established that kindness, respect and fairness are essential qualities for husbands. This hadith also underscores the importance of good treatment of wives. Sunan Ibn Majah. Each of you is a shepherd and each of you is responsible for his flock. The leader of a people is a shepherd, and a man is the shepherd of his family. Here the Prophet shows that both men and women are responsible for maintaining the integrity of the family, with the husband taking the role of a leader and protector. The Prophet warned against injustice in polygamous relationships. Sahih Muslim. Whoever has 2 wives and does not treat them equally will come on the day of judgment with one side of his body leaning. 5. Divorce in Islam. Although divorce is allowed in Islam, it is considered the last resort. The Prophet emphasized reconciliation before resorting to divorce. Sahih Muslim. The most hated of lawful things to Allah is divorce. Divorce is permitted but highly discouraged unless all attempts at reconciliation fail. Sunan Abu Dawud. If a woman asks for divorce from her husband without any harm or injustice, the fragrance of Jannah will be forbidden for her. This emphasizes the seriousness of the act of divorce, and encourages the maintenance of the marriage unless there is an undeniable reason to part ways. In Islam, marriage is a sacred bond, not merely a legal contract. The Quran and Hadiths encourage mutual respect, love, kindness, and cooperation. Marriage is meant to bring peace, protection, and joy to both partners. It should be based on faith, mutual understanding, and spiritual growth. Both partners are given rights and responsibilities. Kindness, respect, and justice are essential for a successful and harmonious marriage. Divorce is permitted but discouraged, with emphasis on reconciliation. Marriage in Islam is a path to spiritual fulfillment, emotional stability, and the building of a righteous family. It is a practice designed to maintain balance, justice, and mercy in the lives of believers.